Hello. Hey, you guys. Welcome back to the show where we take it one step at a time. I am your host, Miss Derica J, to lead the way, baby. How are you guys doing today? Happy Monday. Yes, happy Monday. How are you guys doing? It is rainy where I'm at. And I swore I wanted to be the cutest little thing coming on to this page. But baby, y'all gonna get the real me. However, I show up is what it's going to be. I did wash my face and wash my bidet. So I think we want to go roll. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing wonderful. I hope you are doing well, you know. I hope you guys have been catching the shorts. Oh, Lord. I hope you guys been catching the shorts that I've been posting. I really see that that is what people like right now. So I'm just paying attention to the vibes, the numbers, okay? But we also have to we as a me has to focus on long the longer videos, okay? So today's topic, what I wanted to talk about today, is a video that I had in mind for a long time. Well, for a couple of weeks. So now we're going to do it. And that is sharing some of the things that I've learned in my 29 years of being on this planet. And yeah, just give some share what I've learned in my journey as I get ready for my 30th birthday. Probably like, when's your birthday? It's in December. And I think I want to do three parts. Right now, I only have 5 points. I thought it was going to be like five in each video, but I might do 10. So for like, basically we in October right now. So this would count as October's video, then we'll have November, then December as I go into it to December for my birthday. Okay. So, dang, where's my? Because it's in the wrong book. But is it? Give me a second, y'all. Man, let me tell you how. While I look for this, let me tell you how I've had to become very serious about this. Like, really be. If you're gonna do it, do it. Don't half step it and then want full results. Okay. So even right now as I record this video, I'm like a little hesitant. Like, is this the type of setting? Like, I'm worried about, oh, I'm in my car. Oh, it's raining. Oh, the lighting. Oh, what I got on, what I look like. So the message before we move in is it's never a perfect time to start. Everybody you watch who you admire and the positions that they're in right now literally started from scratch. They started from level one. Okay. So stop bullying yourself into progress and have fun with this shit. This shit is fun. Me talking, I love to talk. I love to talk. I believe I'm meant to talk. I believe that I'm meant to relate to people. I'm meant to just help people relax and slow down and feel comfortable with themselves. I've always been that type of a person. Okay, sorry. So you can't, and lately I can say that I've been picking on myself or like believing more in my fear than my faith. So take it from me. I will say it comes in ebbs and flows. I just, now the way I combat that is whatever I have in my mind, whatever the main thought is, whether it's like you're not doing enough, whether you got to do this, you got to do that. Like, I just affirm in the other direction, directly from what the statement is in my mind, then changing that into an affirmation and I drill it into my head. I write it multiple times, like lines on a chalkboard. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at. So yeah. Another thing is I had to learn. So an example of what I was saying before, like everyone who we look at started somewhere. Now, I was listening to the interview of the man who, the author of the 48 Laws of Power. And you couldn't have told me that man wasn't a narcissist. You couldn't, a man who writes that book, like, now, mind you, I've never read the book myself. You hear a lot about it, but even in this interview, he says this book is more popular now from 2020 on than it was ever in what it was written in the 80s. Okay. So the author was saying like he wrote it for people to be aware of the games that are played in the world so you know how to navigate. Now people are using it as a handbook to excuse me my language, but to manipulate other people. And he's like, really, it's for you, excuse me, to use to learn how to navigate in the world. You go into corporate, you go into these spaces, you go into society. There's a game being played, and we're in it, whether we like to think we are or not. You play a part. So, but the biggest thing about him saying that was he said that he was not in a position of power when he wrote the book. When the book was published, he was in the position of studying other people of power. And that's how he got to a place of power. So imagine he's writing the 48 Laws of Power and he's thinking to himself, but I don't have any power. So how am I going to write this book? I'm just saying. Because, baby, today is the day where I'm like, all right, you got this, you got that. And a lot of times I find myself when I move forward and I'm ready to move forward, or I think I'm ready to move forward, then those doubts and those fears hit 10 times harder, 100 times harder. And it's crazy. So I'm doing this video right now as an act of faith. I'm doing this video right now to say that I am a willing participant of my success, my favor, living in my purpose, living in my truth, doing what I said that I want to do. Most recently, I've been very clear about what I want to do. And quite frankly, to be vulnerable, to be honest with you guys, I want to get paid to be me. And I know like that sounds strange, but when you know that you have something to give to the world and it's not being optimized, it's not being used to its highest potential at a workspace, excuse me, or a 9 to 5 or working under someone else, then you know that you have to go beyond that. Um, but yeah, that's one of my things. So I cannot be scared to show up for myself. I cannot be scared to shine my light. I cannot be scared to be me if I want to get paid to be me. I don't know why I even shared that. I don't know if that, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. I feel like I turned in one nasty drink for another nasty drink. And at this point, I give it up to God. So anyway, 9 minutes in, we're at the topic. Okay, so lessons I have learned in my 29 years, countdown to my 30th birthday. Brr, 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 brr. What has Derica learned? Okay, so the 5 things that I wrote down. I'm gonna just go through the overview and then add as I go along. Okay, so we have. I'm gonna go in this order. I wrote it down differently, but I'm gonna go in this order. Okay, so number one, let's get into it. Sorry, being weird. Okay, I love a good hoodie, baby. Okay, it ain't take me no time to just settle on in. Oh, we need a hoodie. Don't worry about it. Anyway, number one, number one on my list of things, and this is not in any particular order, but I did want to say this one first. Okay, so number one is Be honest with yourself above all. Be honest with yourself. When you are honest with yourself, ooh, sorry. And let me share my context. Let me share my stories over life. Okay. So growing up, I'm an only child, and I grew up in a household where um my parents were raised in two different cultures, so kind of raised differently. They broke up when I was 8, so that just further like separated that, right? Um but a lot of, I know, like going to school, how can I plainly say this? It's like just trying to fit in. I understood that there were social circles at an early age. Like I think we all get that. Like, oh, these are the people who everyone thinks is cool. This is what, and then on top of that, like I'm a Disney kid, I'm a Nickelodeon kid, I'm a Cartoon Network, all three. Thank God. Um, and a lot of Disney, baby. I'm a Disney girl. Okay, so um, what can I say? I know there was a lot of things that played out on TV and movies that I saw. I'm like, okay, school is supposed to be like this, and you got to do like this, and that to be like this. It's weird because I was always cool with a lot of different people, especially in high school. I was cool with different crowds, but I had my crew, like my people, right? But we were all, I feel like we were oddballs. So I think we were still odd, but we were cool. Like people fucked with us, but we was like, we're not those it girls. And it would be weird because people would be like, oh yeah, you're an it girl. And then I remember intentionally being like, what would it be like to be in that space? I know this sounds crazy, though, but what would it be like to be in this space with these girls? Right? And like, it was cool. Like, not saying, oh, I was invited to parties, just like socializing with different people at school, like class and stuff like that. And I realized like these girls be talking bad about each other. Like the cool clique was kind of like the worst clique. I'm gonna be honest because it was just so catty. It was so catty. But let's just say this: I spent a lot of time not being myself, and I was not honest to myself about the things that I wanted to do, and that I wanted to fulfill, how I wanted to live. I think I was a little bit more expressive in high school than in 20 something. That was a little weird, but I think I've always had a true sense of myself. But when you go outside and you experience, whatever in your family, you experience whatever in your community, whatever with your peers, and if you see that how you are acting naturally is not working with the environment, you decide to change your environment. So, you know, you'll once I started to change, I started to believe, oh, I like this and I like that and I like this. And a lot of things I would do out of rebellion. So it's just like you got to be honest with yourself to save yourself time, to save yourself heartache, to save yourself um just a lot of time. Okay. Be honest with yourself, and also like spend time, like when you're honest with yourself growing up, you can spend more time doing the things that you love. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Number 2, we're going to go, because I believe this goes with like being honest with yourself above all, and that is you aren't missing out on anything. If you feel like, I know, as especially in my early 20s, I was always like the baby of my friend group, so I was often like 18, 19, my friends were 20, 21. That's always how it was. um I used to do a lot of ripping and running, and I probably still do, but not like that. I did a lot, baby, and I did a lot with no car. Okay, baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. One thing about Derica with no money, baby, like she will get it done. She will find a way to get it done. It's crazy. Get everywhere. everywhere. And baby, if you live in Baltimore County specifically, baby, I lived in Owens Mills. Yeah, it's like that. Like I was everywhere. Oh, we doing something? Yeah, my parents used to tell me all the time, you need to sit down, you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm like, nah. And I feel it because you're young. Like, what the fuck I'm sitting down for? But you do have to like be honest and say, like, what do you want? You gotta stay focused on those things. Um but I feel like everything is in balance. But I will say you're not missing out on anything. I experienced a lot of FOMO. So it was a lot of times I was tired. I didn't really feel like hanging out. I felt weird energy from these people, but I was still hanging out with them. And let me tell you something. Along with that, your time, your energy, and attention are very valuable, damn near priceless. But if you keep giving it out all willy nilly because you don't know the worth of your time, you're not getting your time back. So don't play with it ever. And that's what they mean by certain things are wasted on the youth, because certain things at 21 you're not getting as if you are a 29-year-old. As if you were a 35-year-old. You're not thinking the same way. So but yeah, your time, your energy, your attention, you spending time with a whole bunch of people who don't like you. I was there. Okay. You spend a whole lot of time with people who talk shit between each other, friends. You may be the add-on friend. You got through in a mutual party and everybody got beef and you try and figure out, how did I end up here? I've been there. Okay. You spending your energy on, if you a young lady out here or a young man, you giving all your energy to a little boyfriend, a little girlfriend, and it's not going to work. It's not going anywhere. Put that energy into yourself and what you want to accomplish in this world, how you want to show up in this world, who do you want to be, who are you, and show up as that person. Put the energy into yourself. We put a lot of energy in how we look. We put in a lot of energy in what we want to put on, what it looks like, what we drive, how our hair looks, but we never put the energy truly into ourselves to build ourselves up, to say, hey, it's certain things that I don't like. What can I change? What can I not? You know? And then your attention, baby, hot commodity. If someone can get your attention, some people be playing with you just to have your attention, just to waste it. So be mindful of that. When you go outside, you're not missing anything. If you don't want to hang with those people, you're not missing anything. You don't want to talk to that person, you don't want to talk to that guy, that girl, because whatever reason, you're not missing anything. People want you to feel bad for not doing what they doing. You're not missing out on anything, baby. This is a lovely life. And if you take the time, energy, attention, and put it into the things that you actually love instead of pretending and having FOMO and, oh, I gotta be here, oh, I gotta be there. I'm trying to tell you. You're gonna love life a lot more versus going against yourself and your intuition. Moving on, number 3, make a choice and complete the task. I'm a very like, oh, I can do this. I'm good at a lot of things, but I have worked in a very indecisive mindset for a very long time. And let me tell you, it does not get you anywhere fast. You must make a decision. You must make a decision. And once you make that decision, don't go back. Unless you see it hurting yourself, unless there is a real reason why you cannot continue on outside of, oh, I don't feel like it. Let me tell you. Okay, because it's sub tips in here, it's sub lessons in each topic that I'm giving out, or each lesson right now. And that is, a lot of this is not about your feelings, but we're gonna get to that another day. Okay. A lot of this is not about your feelings. Your feelings are indicators, they're not dictators. So once you understand, hey, my feelings are indicators of how I'm experiencing the space, how I'm experiencing the energy. It's really you feeling energy, okay? And you have to distinguish, what is it? Is it just this space and time making me uncomfortable? Or is it really something that's putting me in danger? Is really something that's telling me this is not the place that I belong? So you have to figure that out. But make a choice. Be decisive. Especially if you're in your young 20s right now. Be decisive in what you want. Make a clear, decisive action. Complete it. Move on to the next thing. It's a certain type of feeling when you've been indecisive for so long and you've had all these gifts and you're just like, oh well, it didn't work. Oh, I'm not qualified enough. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I'm not this. I did a lot of that. So learn from me. Stop playing yourself. Choose what is already yours. Choose something. It don't even matter, honestly, because I know so many people who have lived so many different lives, all because they made a decision and moved with that, and that's a beautiful thing. That again, this is all in all, the biggest thing is like life is freaking beautiful. Life is amazing. And I know it's a lot out here that's like life is awful, but life is beautiful when you engage with it in a way that it wants to be engaged with. When you engage with it and you dance with it instead of like complaining about it when you meet it. You get to life, you get to speak with life, and then life is like, hey, what's going on? You like, you sick mother, you keep doing this, da 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 da. And you like, you have yet to make a decision on what you want in life, and you mad that anything is just coming to you. That's another thing. If you don't make a decision, you live in indecision, you are accepting whatever comes if you don't make a decision. All right, cool. um number 4, yeah, which kind of ties into the other stuff. Always be yourself. Continue to stand out. That's something I would tell my younger self each year, each month, because it's so many outside distractions. It's so many outside interferences when it comes to you just being who you are. And that's some scary stuff, but it's also very powerful because once you understand there's so many things that are stopping you from being who you are, stopping you from shining your light, then you understand kind of how powerful you are. Because if all of this is trying to come against you, then it must be that important that you continue to be yourself. I love being me. Sometimes I've been in spaces where I felt like I can't be me. I don't want to be me because it caused a disturbance or something. It does something weird to the atmosphere. I don't like it. And not wanting and ultimately fearing being seen. Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah. And number 5 goes in. Yeah. See, we're just going to do multiple parts of these. But this was good because I have it like planned out and things like that. Yes. Look at me. Clap for the heavyweight champ, me. Anyway, so standing out, not fitting in can ultimately lead to step 5, which is you cannot please everyone. Hold my hand. Hold my hand. Seeing if I was asking. And not only can you not please everyone, but in fact, you being you might just upset people. It makes people uncomfortable, bro. It makes people so uncomfortable, and it's just like, I don't know what you want me to do about that, because I don't know what you want me to do about that. Like, what you want me to do about that? Um, Continuing to stand out and being myself growing up caused a lot of, because I'm sensitive, I am emotional, but I think I'm emotionally, I might be a little slow or just not fluent in operating or organizing my emotions sometimes, so it just comes out as bleh. And but I am sensitive to like people around me, and I've been in spaces where it has truly just exhausted me to be around people. um and it is and I think now I can see like it was exhausting putting on a mask for other people to look normal or to fit in, or that is exhausting to make sure other people feel comfortable around you so you don't upset anybody or whatever the case is. Now there are certain things that I've learned that's like you don't have to say certain things, and that's why people are moving that way around you, but neither here nor there. But now I understand, like, get comfortable with people not liking you. I have over the years chopped and screwed what I thought I wanted to say. Okay, well, let me see. How would they take this? How would they do this? Revamp it. Talk to people in the most, hey, I just want to let you know, da 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 da, and be very clear. Give a 3 paragraph, 3 point dissertation. Like, I could do all of the things to make people feel comfortable around me, to make people love me or understand me or whatever, but it does not matter. You understand what I'm saying? Like, how people feel about me doesn't matter. It's not going to make or break me. It might be annoying and then we're going to move on, but it's not going to make or break me. And it's not going to make or break you. The it is like criminal. It is criminal. And this is why I really have this page right now. It is criminal to lock yourself up in a cage to not be yourself so you can play it small for other people. That shit is criminal. Stop doing that. I don't care what your thing is. Let me tell you, it's people out here who make miniature little things, little trinkets. I make miniature pillows for these miniature dolls and these miniature house, and they selling. It's people like, when I say I want to get paid to be me, I get paid to be me, I think of Aaliyah J. And baby, no, she is truly someone who gets paid to be themselves, baby. I've never seen nothing like it before. All because of her energy. She literally packaged that thing up and gave it out. It's not that she sat there and did nothing. She was a makeup artist. She did a whole bunch of stuff. She done Nikki's makeup before. You know what I'm saying? But I've watched her since I was in high school, when she was in high school. And look what the mindset of someone who refuses to be like anyone else will get you. Refusing to show up as anyone else. And often times, like, we as people, one, understand you will always grow, you will always change. There is a grace that you need to have within yourself. It's things that Aaliyah has shared with us as subscribers. Hey, I've done this. She shared mistakes. She shared how she's grown. You have a right to be wrong. You're not going to get it right all the time. You might need to make a mistake so you can learn some things and unlock some things for yourself. That's okay. Have grace for yourself. Keep shining your light. Keep showing up, because we need you. I know it's a lot of things that I lost out on, and I don't think, like, everything that has my name on it is for me and it will be mine and it's mine. So I don't really believe in like you missing something. I feel like every step that I took is one that I needed. Um But at the same time, I missed out on opportunities because of a lack mindset, because I wasn't sure if I was good enough. I didn't think I was qualified enough. I didn't know if people would really do it, or as soon as I started it, I fall right at the first sign of like, challenge or difficulty in the endeavors that I was working in, right? So it's just things like that. But I want to say ultimately these things are that I've listed today are mainly about you being yourself, you being authentic, you being like, or me being authentic, me showing up, me being myself, me saying, this is what I have to do. This is what I learned because I know when I didn't do these things, it cost me something. Everything, every interaction that you like, you are giving and receiving at a constant flow. You know what I'm saying? So if you out here putting out a vibration of fraudulence, what do you think you getting back? And then you trust me, you'll get to a place in life where you start looking at everybody else, everything else, and you start blaming everything else outside of yourself, and it's going to be a difficult moment. So, yeah, I think my phone is about to die. This was very beautiful. So glad I got to share this today. And I can't wait to come back for part two. Okay. Please comment, share, subscribe to anyone else who you think this video, or comment or share this video. Girl, oh Lord. I'm sorry. Please comment, share. Please share with anyone who you think this video might resonate with, and like and comment to just, get engaged in the conversation. What do you think about the step or the lessons that I've listed today? Can you relate to any of these? Get involved. Share with anyone who you think might like this and receive it well, as well as subscribing. I have 50 subscribers right now, and I would love to get to 100 very soon. Let's say 6 weeks. I don't know, girl. Like, I don't know what the. I feel like I can do 50 very quickly. But, this is a YouTube game, and I don't know. I don't know everything, but I'm showing up, and that's most of the battle. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening, taking time out of your busy schedule. And yeah, I'll be back next time. Y'all seen the work. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it. Hold it. Hit it. I got I kind of want to hold on. Yeah, I got the video concepts. It's all written down, baby. Back in act. All right. Love you guys. Bye.